You're looking at one of Belgrade's most stunning sunset views from Kalemegdan Fortress, where two mighty rivers meet to create pure magic. Planning 3 days in Belgrade but feeling overwhelmed by all the conflicting advice? This video reveals exactly how to experience Serbia's vibrant capital without falling into the expensive tourist traps that cost visitors hundreds every single day. We're covering the best fortress views, hidden underground tunnels, where locals actually eat for less than $10, and the one timing mistake that'll have you waiting hours for nothing. This is how to spend 3 days in Belgrade. Let's dive in! Day 1. Get your bearings. Start your Belgrade adventure at 9 in the morning at Republic Square, the beating heart of the city. Grab a coffee from one of the local cafes surrounding the square for around $2. This is where locals begin their day, not in the tourist cafes charging double. The National Museum and National Theater frame this historic square, giving you an immediate sense of Belgrade's cultural importance. Walk north along Knez Mihailova Street, Belgrade's main pedestrian zone stretching nearly 1 kilometer to the fortress. This cobblestone street buzzes with street performers, local artists, and the energy that makes Belgrade special. Unlike other European capitals, you won't find crowds of tour groups here. Belgrade remains refreshingly authentic. Stop at any of the small bookshops or art galleries along the way, many displaying works by local Serbian artists. Arrive at Kalemegdan Fortress by 11 in the morning when the light is perfect for photography. This ancient fortress, continuously inhabited for over 2,000 years, offers the most spectacular views in Belgrade where the Sava and Danube rivers converge. Entry to the fortress grounds is completely free, unlike many European castle complexes that charge $20 to $30. Explore the Roman wells, medieval gates, and Ottoman additions that tell Belgrade's complex history. Visit the tiny Ruzica church hidden within the fortress walls. Its intimate interior, covered in chandeliers made from old weapons, creates an unforgettable spiritual experience that's completely free to visit. For lunch, head to Mama Shelter Belgrade's rooftop restaurant around 1 o'clock. While slightly pricier than local spots at $15 to $20 per person, the panoramic city views justify the cost. You'll see Belgrade's unique architecture, a fascinating mix of Ottoman, Austro-Hungarian, and Socialist-era buildings that few cities can match. Spend your afternoon exploring Dorchol, Belgrade's oldest neighborhood just below the fortress. This area escaped much of the modern development that changed other parts of the city. Walk down Kara Dushana Street to see traditional Serbian architecture, small galleries, and the type of authentic neighborhood life that's disappearing from many European capitals. Stop at Princess Ljubica's residence, a perfectly preserved 19th century palace that costs around $2.50 to enter. End your day in Skadarlija, Belgrade's bohemian quarter often called the Serbian Montmartre. As evening approaches, this cobblestone street comes alive with traditional tamburica music flowing from restaurant patios. Unlike tourist districts in other cities, Skadarlija maintains its authentic atmosphere because locals still frequent these establishments. Choose Trisha Shira for dinner, their traditional Serbian platter for two costs around $21 and includes enough grilled meat, fresh bread, and local cheese to satisfy even the hardiest appetites. But before you book that expensive river cruise everyone talks about, Day 2 will show you a much better way to experience Belgrade's waterfront, one that locals actually use and costs a fraction of the price. Day 2, Adventure Day. Begin Day 2 at 10 in the morning with a visit to the Nikola Tesla Museum, honoring Serbia's most famous inventor and the genius behind alternating current electricity. Located in the Vračar district, this intimate museum houses Tesla's original archives and personal belongings. The guided tour costs $7 for English tours and includes fascinating interactive demonstrations where you'll see actual Tesla coils creating electrical lightning. Tours run every hour starting at 10 in the morning, so arrive 15 minutes early to secure your spot. The museum only accepts cash in Serbian dinars, so plan accordingly. After your electrifying Tesla experience, take the free public transport to Zemun. Yes, Belgrade introduced completely free public transportation for all residents and visitors starting January 1st, 2025, making it the largest European city to offer this incredible benefit. Note that express minibus lines like the A1 airport shuttle still require payment at around $2.50 US. But regular buses, trams, and trolley buses are completely free. The short bus ride to Zemun reveals why locals love this former Austro-Hungarian town that maintains a distinctly different atmosphere from central Belgrade. Zemun's cobblestone streets and Baroque architecture transport you to a different era. Climb Gardosh Tower, also called the Millennium Tower, for around $2 to get Belgrade's best panoramic views. Unlike the crowded fortress viewpoints, this tower offers unobstructed 360-degree views with the Danube spreading below like a silver ribbon. The climb takes just 10 minutes, but the photo opportunities last forever. For lunch, head to Zemun's Riverside Promenade where splavs, floating restaurants and bars, line the Danube. These floating establishments offer fresh river fish, traditional Serbian dishes, and cold local beer for around $12 to $15 per person. Unlike expensive tourist boat tours charging $40 to $60, eating at a splav gives you the authentic Belgrade River experience while supporting local businesses. Spend your afternoon exploring the Tesla Science Center Nikola Tesla, a newer interactive science museum that complements the morning's Tesla Museum visit. This hands-on center costs around $5 and allows you to experiment with electricity, magnetism, and radio waves. Perfect for families or anyone fascinated by scientific discovery. Return to central Belgrade and explore the bustling Bajloni market, where locals shop for fresh produce, traditional Serbian cheeses, and homemade rakija. This authentic market experience costs nothing to browse and offers genuine interactions with Belgrade residents. Sample local specialties like kajmak cheese or fresh ajvar pepper spread directly from vendors who've operated family stalls for generations. As evening approaches, experience Belgrade's legendary nightlife scene. Start with drinks at Boho Bar near Kalemegdan Fortress for sunset cocktails with fortress views. Local beer costs around $2 to $3, while craft cocktails run $5 to $7, significantly less than comparable European capitals. For dinner, venture to Lorenzo and Kakalamba, a quirky restaurant filled with vintage toys, movie memorabilia, and eclectic decorations that create Belgrade's most Instagram-worthy dining environment. Their fusion menu combines Serbian traditions with international influences, with main courses ranging from $8 to $15. The portions are generous enough to share, making it perfect for budget-conscious travelers. But Day 3 holds Belgrade's biggest secret: hidden underground tunnels that most tourists never discover, plus the perfect departure strategy that'll save you hours of airport stress. Day 3, hidden gems and cultural deep dive. Start your final Belgrade day early at 8:30 in the morning with a visit to the St. Sava Temple, one of the world's largest Orthodox churches. This massive dome dominates Belgrade's skyline, yet many tourists skip it due to its location outside the old town. The free tram ride takes 15 minutes and delivers you to an architectural masterpiece that rivals any European cathedral. Entry to the temple is completely free, and the interior showcases stunning Serbian religious art offering peaceful reflection away from city noise. Next, discover Belgrade's best-kept secret, the Underground Belgrade Tour. These forgotten tunnels beneath the city center reveal layers of history, from Roman foundations to Cold War bunkers. Tours cost around $15 and run twice daily, but advance booking is essential since only small groups can access these narrow passages safely. You'll explore spaces that housed medieval storage rooms, Ottoman-era hiding places, and 20th century military installations. This underground network explains why Belgrade survived countless invasions. Its defenders could move unseen beneath enemy feet. For a true local experience, spend late morning at Zeleni Venac Market, Belgrade's largest green market where families have sold fresh produce for over a century. Unlike tourist markets in other cities, Zeleni Venac serves local residents, offering authentic interactions and incredibly fresh seasonal foods. Sample traditional Serbian breakfast items like burek pastry, filled with cheese or meat for around $1.50, accompanied by thick yogurt that costs less than $1. Explore the Jevremovac Botanical Garden, a hidden oasis in the Dorchol neighborhood that most tourists never discover. This peaceful garden, established in 1874, houses rare plants from across the Balkans and offers serene walking paths perfect for reflection. Entry costs around $1.50, and you'll often have entire sections to yourself. The Japanese garden section provides a surprising cultural contrast in the heart of Serbia. For lunch, visit Manufaktura, a traditional Serbian restaurant that feels like dining in someone's grandmother's home. Located away from tourist areas, this family-run establishment serves authentic Serbian cuisine with recipes passed down through generations. Their traditional stew costs around $7 and includes bread, salad, and enough food for 2 meals. The owners often share stories about Serbian culinary traditions, creating cultural connections beyond mere dining. Spend your afternoon at the Military Museum within Kalemegdan Fortress grounds. This extensive collection covers Serbian military history from medieval times through recent conflicts. Entry costs around $3 and includes access to outdoor displays of tanks, aircraft, and artillery. The museum provides crucial context for understanding Belgrade's turbulent past and resilient spirit. For your farewell dinner, choose between 2 distinctly different experiences. Opt for a traditional Serbian kafana for rustic Serbian ambiance with live folk music and traditional dancing, where meals cost $8 to $15 per person. Alternatively, select an upscale restaurant where international cuisine ranges from $17 to $25 per person. When departing Belgrade, use the free public bus route 600 to Nikola Tesla Airport, or take the A1 airport shuttle, which costs around $2.50. The A1 service runs every 20 to 30 minutes and takes approximately 30 minutes, saving you significant costs compared to taxi fares. Allow extra time for this budget-friendly option, especially during peak travel periods. Essential practical information. Transportation. As mentioned earlier, Belgrade offers completely free public transportation, including buses, trams, and trolley buses starting January 1st, 2025. Taxis start at $1.50 with approximately 60 cents per kilometer. Download the Belgrade Plus app for transportation planning and route optimization. Accommodation. Budget hostels start around $15 to $20 nightly in central locations like Hostel Bongo or Balkan Soul Hostel. Mid-range hotels like Hotel Majestic or Hotel President cost $50 to $80 nightly with excellent locations near Knez Mihailova Street. Luxury options include Square 9 Hotel Belgrade or Hyatt Regency Belgrade, starting around $150 nightly with premium amenities and service. Food. Local kafanas serve hearty meals for $8 to $13 per person. International restaurants range from $17 to $25 per person. Street food like burek or chavapi costs $1.50 to $3. Supermarket shopping costs significantly less than restaurant dining, with fresh produce available at numerous green markets throughout the city. Weather and packing. Visit May through September for warmest weather and outdoor festivals. Winter temperatures drop below freezing, requiring warm clothing. Pack comfortable walking shoes for cobblestone streets and layers for variable weather. Bring cash since many establishments prefer Serbian dinars over credit cards. Booking strategy. Reserve Tesla Museum tours during peak summer months. Most restaurants accept walk-ins except upscale establishments during weekends. Book accommodation well in advance for exit festival season in nearby Novi Sad. Mistakes to avoid. Expensive transportation errors. Never take airport taxi solicitors who charge $42 to $59 for rides that should cost maximum $25. Always use official taxi companies or the A1 airport bus, which costs $2.50. Avoid private transfer companies advertising at the airport. They target tourists with inflated prices for basic transportation services. Tourist trap restaurants. Skip restaurants with English-only menus directly on Knez Mihailova Street. They charge double the price for inferior food quality. Authentic Serbian restaurants display menus in Serbian with prices in dinars. Avoid establishments near major tourist sites that employ aggressive street hawkers trying to pull visitors inside their venues. Poor timing decisions. Never visit the Tesla Museum without checking tour times. Arriving between scheduled tours means waiting up to 1 hour. Avoid Skotar Lija restaurants before 7 in the evening when they cater to tour groups with limited menus and higher prices. Skip weekend visits to popular attractions during peak afternoon hours when crowds diminish the peaceful atmosphere. Currency and payment mistakes. Don't rely solely on credit cards. Many local establishments, markets, and small restaurants only accept cash in Serbian dinars. Avoid exchanging money at the airport where rates are unfavorable. Never use euros for small purchases, since vendors often provide poor exchange rates compared to official bank rates. So there you have it, 3 days that'll give you both the Instagram shots and authentic Belgrade experience that most visitors completely miss. This is Explorer's Radar, where we uncover the best travel experiences beyond the obvious tourist trails. Which day appeals to you most? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications if it helped with your Belgrade planning, and check out the next video for another incredible gem worth adding to your travel list. See you there!